All right. Welcome back, everybody. How you doing? Yeah, it's the Monday of April. Actually, the last Monday of the month of April 2025. And there is this breaking news I just want us to rub mind on for the next, say, 40 minutes. So shout out to you wherever you're watching. Please hit the like button. Don't be a stranger. This is Uncle Ben's channel. Here we don't bite. We encourage everybody to be part of the real fam and share your opinions on any topic we are discussing. So breaking news, guys. I know many people has been waiting for the outcome of this case, and I just felt like it's a very good topic to discuss on our second episode of Killer Husbands. Yeah, there are killer husbands everywhere in Nigeria, America, London, all parts of the world. We have many killer husbands, and these husbands are bringing pains to a lot of families. When this man approached a woman's parent and said, I love your daughter, I want to marry her. They are not telling the parent that, oh, yes, I love your daughter. She is a very beautiful lady. I want to marry her, but I'm going to unlife her. As we continue our journey in this marriage. So the case of Osinachi is kind of painful. A lot of Nigerians were shocked when we heard the news that our beautiful singer, the woman with angelic voice, Minister Osinachi, has passed on. And perhaps what is more disturbing was that her passing wasn't as a result of illness or as a result of accident or some unforeseen situation. Her passing was linked to her husband, the man she was married to. And her husband's name is Mr. Peter Nwanchukwu. I think that's what the husband goes by. This man, though denied the allegation, said that she was sick. He rushed her to the hospital and she passed away at the hospital. But the evidence suggested otherwise. And her children was actually one of the witnesses that testified against their father, and they claim they've witnessed their father hitting their mom on several occasions. So I just want to appeal to brothers again on this show. Please, when we said say no to DV, that is not we trying to side with the women, and that is not us trying to say, you know what, you guys are terrible husbands. No. In fact, we are doing you a lot of goods when we advise that do not lay hands on your wives. Many people in Nigeria, even right here in abroad, they are walking around with underlying health conditions. You are not a medical doctor. You are not the primary care physician to your wife. You don't even know what your wife is dealing with health-wise. And yet, anytime you have disagreement, anytime you feel like my wife disobeyed me, she's not listening to me. I gave her instructions. She disobeyed my instruction. Imagine that. And in that anger and rage, what you want to do is to slap her. Oh, pa! Kicked her. Bros, I've said this before and I'm going to say it again. No man wakes up and said, today I'm very angry. I'm going to unlife my wife. Except in some rare occasions, in some rare circumstances, yeah, some men might wake up and choose violence. Some men might say, okay, this woman is building house without informing me. I'm going to unlife her today. Oh, this my wife is disobeying me. Today, I'm going to poison her. There are a few of them like that who are born murderers. But the vast majority of these killer husbands, they don't wake up and say, I'm going to take this woman's life today. They end up taking their woman's life as a result of anger. In one of our episodes here, I identified 3 elements that can be, pinned down as the reason men unlife their women. And I said number 1 is anger, number 2 is resentment, and number 3 is revenge. But however you look at it, don't be the one that is going to take the life of a woman you won't promise you love. That's the point I'm trying to make. So now, court has passed judgment, and they said they found Osinachi husband guilty of unliving her. And as a result, the judge simply gave the man death by hanging. If you really want to read everything about the judgment, it's right there on Punch News. You know how we roll here. I simply go by major news outlet. I don't go by blogs or Facebook posts or something. So this is what we're going to discuss for the next 40 minutes. If you are ready, I'm so ready. Welcome everybody. I see you, Luke, Simbi. How are you doing? Gladys, how are you? I see you. Trendy Tosin, what's up everybody? Yeah. Gladys says she was not sick. Her children witnessed it all. Exactly. She wasn't sick. My Sissy, what's up, mommy? How are you doing? So, I'm going to ask a few questions that we will use to guide our conversation. You know how we do it here. So if you want to be part of it, you can hop in the studio, but please, I'm doing just 40 to 45 minutes. There's really not much to discuss on this matter, except we're going to continue to appeal to men who have the tendency to unlife their wives. So I'm going to put the questions on the screen. Don't be a stranger. You can drop your take in the chat, or you can come into the studio and help me make it make sense. So number 1 question is going to be, get ready for this. Number 1 question. Who are the real losers in Osinachi case? All right, let's quickly dive into that. What does Simbajo is Osinachi? Get it, come on here, AI. All right, so that's the first question, and I'm going to share the link right now for anybody who want to be part of the conversation. Please hop in, or you can leave your take in the chat. So number 1 question is, who are the real losers, the actual losers, based on the outcome of this case? Osinachi is late. The husband is now on death row. And as Nigerians, we lost. We lost an icon a beautiful singer. The Body of Christ. No thanks to Very Dark Man and Mercy Chinwo. Very Dark Man and Mercy Chinwo are the one who are parading the concept of the body of Christ. So, generally, as Nigerians, I think we lost. We are part of the losers because we lost a sister who's a very good singer who lead us in worship through her voice and her song. And the body of Christ in Nigeria and abroad, I think they are also part of the losers. Shout out to you, Simbi, and shout out to you, my brother, Mr. Dayo. How are you doing, sir? Mr. Dayo, what's up, Baba?
How are you, sir? Our family? We are doing great. Thank you so much, sir.
Welcome. So, Mr. Dayo.
Good evening, Uncle Ben. Good evening, real fast.
Good evening,
Mr. Dayo.
Yeah, good evening. How are you? All right. Let me reduce this music. So, Mr. Dayo.
Yes, sir.
The verdict is out. Osinachi husband is guilty, and the judge sentenced him to pie by hanging. What is your take, sir?
This is a very, very sad incident. And this kind of a thing, well, you like ask a question that who is the greatest loser?
Exactly.
I think everybody, in fact, everybody involved in this issue, they are all losers. Let me explain. Number one, before this thing got to this stage, there were instances that the deceased could have used as a red flag to jump out of that relationship. She did not. Until it got to the level of her losing her life in the process. Secondly, the husband that's supposed to have loved the wife for the love of the children, for the whatever love that he had for her, while they were still together, supposed to have at least do some things to curtail his anger. He did not.
Right.
He did not. Now the children are now the biggest loser here because they have lost their mom. Now they're going to lose their dad.
Yeah, and they become orphans. Yeah,
technically. So that's why everybody here, they are all losers. But it is children that I'm really concerned about now. Who will turn to them? It is never good in their history that their father killed their mother and their father too was killed because of their mother's death. Come on. How should the children grow up with that knowledge? What kind of future is there for those children? To me, it's really sad. It is really, really sad. And it's not something to even hearing about in the first place. But what I can say is that this is a lesson to us that are still alive. I said something in the last show that when the water is getting too hot in a marriage, please jump out. If it's warm, you can still manage. But the moment it's getting too hot for you, please jump out. Marriage is not a certificate for you to go to heaven. Yes. And then for your information, marriage is not in heaven. So, of course, the pastor said that till they do your part. But it's going to mean the pine of one party at the expense of the other. Please, your life is worth much more. Jump out. It's not by force. In fact, if you jump out, does not mean that you are leaving the marriage. Jump out for a time being to see whether things will take shape again. Then you can come back in. But you refusing to jump out and refuse to, and you say because of what people will say or what people are telling you or what your parents or what the society may say, the same people that you are saying what they will say, or the same society that you are like concerned about what they will say, there will be the same society that will come back and be saying things after you are gone.
Absolutely.
That you do something else. So please let us use our brain. If you are in love, don't lock up your brain. In all this matter, think about yourself first. In a relationship, I keep telling people, you are the first party in this relationship. If it pays for you, good. If it does not pay you, please rethink your steps. And there is space for separation in marriage. Separation is not divorce. It's not the end of the marriage. If things are not getting well between the two of you, you can be separated for a while. See if
Mm-hmm.
things will take shape or if things will work itself out. If it does not, both of you can go in peace. You can still find happiness somewhere else than for you to remain there and pie like that. To me, it's still painful to me because we lost a star in that lady. We lost a star, and the children lost a mother. The family lost a daughter, and the nation lost a citizen. Now we are going to lose another one. It's a pity, sir. It's a pity. It's so sad. It's so sad.
Right. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you for lending your voice. Sister Natu is in the building. Sister Natu, how are you doing, my sister?
I'm doing well, living my best life. How you
I
doing
know.
today, sir?
I'm trying to survive as usual. Yeah. Sister Natu,
Ah,
before I let you go, let me just recognize my people. Shout out to my honey babe. Honey babe says she don't even know that they have passed the judgment. Well, the man was sentenced, I think, earlier today. Shout out to my sister Cherish Olivia. How you doing, Mama? Cherish, I checked your channel yesterday. You were not going live again. What happened, my sister? I came back from work and I remember that whenever I return from work, that's usually when you are live. So I check and you haven't been live for a while. Or did you change your channel? Anyway, you're all welcome. Thank you. Comfort and agree. Shout out to you. Yeah, separation is allowed in marriage. Absolutely. Okay, sister, not over to you, my sister. Who are the true losers in this case now? Hello, Sister Natu. Oh, I think Sister Natu network. Oh. Sister Natu, can you hear me? I think
hold on a second. I think my
okay.
net is acting up.
Okay,
Can you
we
hear
can hear.
me?
Yes, we can hear you now.
Everybody lost, honestly speaking.
Hmm.
Osinachi lost. The husband lost due to his temper. Osinachi lost because he's staying due to love and religion. And the children lost because their parents have been stupid. Excuse my language.
Hmm.
So it's sad, but I'm also glad that justice has taken its course because there are a lot of people that have gone away with stuffs like this. Do you understand what I'm saying? Just today we had a
Yes.
conversation about I video my uncle that stopped by to see me. So it's really sad. It's really sad, honestly speaking. Nobody should have to go through this. And this is what MOP teaches every day. People managing their emotions. I bet you when he was kicking her, he didn't know that he was going to kick her and this would be the result of it. But he was kicking her because he feel like he has the power to do that, or he wants to control her, or he wants to bring her to a place where she feels beneath him or he feels above her. So if he
Hmm.
does those things to her, it shows that you understand what I'm saying. So
Yes.
that guy is just dealing with inferiority complex. That's just the truth. Because I have a friend that is an ex DG. And let me tell you, when she was a DG, her husband used to be the one going around introducing himself. And so one day when the guy met Rivado, the current this thing for the intelligence, whatever. And he was introducing himself. I said, oh, hello, my name is so so and so. I'm so person's husband. And the person was like, ah, so they greeted. When he came back home, so his wife is like, so you are around, parading yourself as my husband. He said, before uncle, what will I do? He said, if I was the one in your position, would you introduce yourself as my wife? He says, but you're carrying my last name is a pride for me. Do you understand what I'm saying? So instead of him uh feeling belittled by where his wife is, I think he should be happy that his wife has gotten to that place. I think I remembered we had a conversation one time when we were looking for a job, me and my husband, and the prayer that we had is God should give at least one of us a job. I want to know what's funny. I was the person that got a job first. As the person that got a job first. So anytime my husband wants to be frustrated, I was like, babe, remember that what our prayer point was? He should give at least one of us, and one of us has gotten. So you just gotta be harsh or stop complaining, and he'll be like, that's true. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So this was Nachi's case is a lot of emotions attached to it, honestly speaking. But this man, I think, justice has taken its course. And for the children, we are praying for them. It's sad having losing both parents at the same time. Mom is
Yeah.
gone, dad is gone. It's really sad that they had to go through that. But I want to believe that in their heart of heart that their mom has gotten the justice that she deserves. And also I want also this will be a lesson to religious organizations. I go to a redeemed church, and I'll tell you with my full chest. In the last 10 years in my church, we have had 2 divorces. We have had, I think, 3 separations. And my pastor will tell you all the time, I'm not the pastor that belongs to the WhatsApp group and will tell that you should stay because you're a Christian. Anywhere that your life is at risk, I don't. He does. He tell you I don't promote divorce. Break from each other. The people that were separated for not making any headway for making any reconciliation and return. They were divorced and they went their separate ways. One is already with another person, the other person remarried, living her own life. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So religious leaders should take a cue from this and stop advising people to stay in toxic situations, because this usually is the end of it. The people in those Narcissus church have taken the cue at that time and have done the needful. But because they don't want somebody that is single to be mounting their stage, or they'll say she's separated, but her life is at risk. And you can see that if your church member has complained to you before, I think one of the few questions that pastors should be asking their members should be like, do you think your life is at risk? Are you safe? Do you understand those kind of questions? Because my pastor
Yeah.
asked that. And so it's
Yeah.
really sad, but I hope they take a cue from this, honestly speaking. I really hope so.
Yeah. Thank you, Sister Natu. One question I would like to ask, since I have you and Mr. Dayo here, don't you think the judgment is too harsh? Because with all the evidence in this case, I don't think this case qualifies as first degree murder. Oh, I wish Sister D or Marriott or Misty are here. They are lawyers. They get what I'm saying. I don't think this qualifies as first degree murder because with my
Okay,
lit-
Braben,
yeah,
Braben, let me just, I'm not a lawyer, right? But I just want to bring something to your attention. Um, if I don't know if this analysis will add up, but this is going to be my, if you go out and you are putting your dingling everywhere, let me tell you the result that will come back, and you're not using a CD. Result will come back, either you get STD, one, or the person gets pregnant, two, or nothing happens. Do you understand what I'm saying? But there's always a result at the end. But the chance of you of nothing happening is very slim compared to the person getting STD and getting pregnant. So if you have a wife, or even if you have a child, the tendency of you beating your child every day and thinking nothing will happen to the child, let's taking it too far. If you have a car, I drove a car that I didn't take to the mechanic for 6 weeks because I was busy. So not 6 weeks, 6 months, because I was busy. That car ended up knocking. It
hmm,
ended up knocking because I didn't have time, and I was seeing signs, but I did not have time. I was coming back late, and the days that I want to take the mechanic, it was just too much, and the car ended up knocking, and I lost at the end of the day. So you cannot come and tell me at the end of the day that, you know what, this car should have not, because you are going to work now, you are going to go and get money. At least it's something reasonable. No, when he was laying his hands on her, the chances of nothing happening to her is slim compared to something happening to her. And let me tell you, when you are in a toxic relationship and DV is involved, there are a lot of signals that people are not aware. When what is his name, UL Edochi's son passed away, we spoke about many things on Auntie B and our last show. And one of the things that we talk about is heartbreak syndrome. Do you understand what I'm saying? The parents didn't know that what they were going through is going to affect their child like that, but it is. And a lot of us that grew up in African homes, our parents have had toxic relationship. We know one or two things that affected even the relationship that we have today. So this one now is not deciding if it's too hard for him or not. But him, when he was doing that, there were consequences to it. He decided to be oblivious to what's going to happen at the end of the day. That's what the problem is. If you
hmm,
are driving without seatbelt and you're speeding, sir, the chances of you coming out of that thing alive is slim. Okay, that's what he did. He was driving, he was speeding without a seatbelt, and he had an accident. And then that's it. The accident is him hitting her. And now he has spied and is affecting him. So if you speed, both of you are likely to spied that vehicle. And that's what happens. Period.
Yeah,
I don't
but
think it's harsh, honestly speaking. I don't think it.
you don't think the judgment is harsh? Okay, basically,
No, it's
sometimes
not.
have to I have to be fair. Sometimes I have to be fair and unbiased. The reason I'm asking that is because first degree murder generally refers to the most serious form of murder, often involving premeditation and deliberation, and is punishable by death or
Uncle
life.
Ben, when he's hitting her, he didn't care if she cried or not because he has so much hatred for her. That's why even when she was crying, because
Hmm.
uncle, that man in his heart, he knows that one day he might fight that woman, and that's not a problem for him. That's why when she was down, he was still kicking her. You know, our parents back in the day, when they are beating you, you get one move where you go make or cry where you go make, they go, no, say, I don't go too far, I leave this picking before I cry picking where I get, even though they want punish you. Do you understand what I'm saying? For
Yeah.
me, this act is premeditated. Because tell me, God, he has been hitting her for God knows how long. He think that she's going to be alive just like that, or nothing's going to happen to her? No, no.
Right. All right. Mr. Dio, thank you, Sister Natu. I think I like that your analogy of somebody who is speeding and people who ignores fixing their vehicle. That's a good one. Mr. Dio, what's your take, sir? This
Yes,
judgment, do you think
no.
the judgment is commensurate to the crime?
In as much as I'm not a law person, I want to believe that it is commensurate simply because number one, premeditated murder is judged on intent. If you have an intention to kill somebody, that is, you plan and you know that what you are going to do to this person will result into death. The husband cannot convince anybody that she did not that he did not know that what he was doing is going to lead to death. He knew because that was not the first time he will have he beat her to the state of unconsciousness or maybe to want to go to the hospital. He has been doing it over and over. The question is if it's something that is provoking it, or maybe she's being the one causing it. You know yourself that one of these days, this beating will result into death, but he just doesn't care. He did not care. So he knows it already. So to me, that is premeditated. It's not as
Hmm.
if, oh, he just slapped her, she fell down and she hit her head on the brick and she died. No, you are beating somebody to the level of knowing that she can buy and you did not stop. So to me, the judgment is okay. I'm not in support of people killing people, but when it comes to this is judgment served, as far as I know. Except some law people can come and say no, okay, but if we want to go on the moral grounds, okay, they might say, okay, let us put. In fact, it's not even be. It cannot even be kind of a logical because if they put him in a life imprisonment or something, or maybe imprisonment for 30, 40 years, it will still be the same effect because the children will still be fatherless and not have any purpose. So I think it's a judgment deserved. It's a judgment deserved. Thank you, sir.
All right, Mr. Dio. But however, I wanted to look at something here. Maybe this can make sense. Please help me to look at it. Simbi, Sister Natu, and Mr. Dio. Um, the last part, the last part of this text actually stated that it's characterized by an intent to kill, planning, and potentially the use of specific aggravating circumstances. I think that last part, the use of specific aggravating circumstances, is kind of apt in this case. I think it's relevant in the case of Osinachi. But again, looking at Osinachi's husband, remember, Osinachi is the breadwinner in that family. She's the one who is making all the big bucks. And sorry, man. Sorry, these scammers, man. Don't even know what to do with this weary them. Let me just put it on do not disturb. Okay. So as I was saying, in this case, Osinachi is the breadwinner in the house. And do you think a man can deliberately want to buy the breadwinner, the woman who is bringing the real money? So I'm just trying to explore all angles for those who might watch this later, especially man.
Hmm.
You
Uncle
think
Ben,
he can deliberately unlive this woman, knowing fully well that Oshinashi is the hen that lays the golden egg?
Uncle Beno, if you are looking at it from the financial angle, me and you will conclude that no, it is not possible. But let's not forget something. This is a complex issue, and the only way you can get rid of a complex, according to somebody that has a psychosis case, is to eliminate it, eliminate that complex. I mean, eliminate that complex, and that is buying the person involved. However, if this is a normal person, it's supposed to have reason that, oh, wait, oh, if anything should go wrong with this woman, it's going to affect the family because he's no longer working to be able to earn enough to take care of the family. But you should be careful. But this somebody that does not care. This even goes further to show that it was intentional, it was premeditated. Because if he had been taking in that line, he would have shown some caution, knowing fully well that if anything should happen to this woman, it will affect the family finance. But he did not care. What does that tell us? It means that he knew what he was doing. He knew it. How many times he has beaten the woman? The woman ended up in the hospital. The church has intervened. They called them together, trying to make peace. Still, he went back to the same issue. Over, it's not something that happened once or twice or thrice. It's a regular thing. Even the children confirms it. For no reason, you just start beating the woman. To me, there is no shortcut here. It's a plain case of premeditated murder that he knew exactly. Just as my sister said, when I said that you cannot be sleeping with a woman without any protection, and you say that nothing will happen. You know, of course, something will surely happen. It will end up somewhere. If you are
Mm,
beating a fellow human being recklessly like that, to the point of if you don't land in the hospital, you will not stop. You know that one of these days she may pie. You know it already. What you
mm.
have done for yourself is to have stopped. But if you could not stop and you continue, that means you wanted that thing to happen. You don't really care. And then I can tell you this, sir. He probably thought that even though he succeed in buying her, he will get away with it. If you know that he will not get away with it, I, I believe he will have been much more cautious. But because he believes that he may get away with it, so that's why he does not really care.
All right. Thank you, sir. Thank you. I think I agree with your explanation. Just like my sisters in the comment are agreeing with you. I see Cherish, Olivia, CC, and others agreeing with that. Shout out to you, Binkpe. And welcome, Sister Marriott. I just mentioned your name, you, Didi, and Misty. I was just looking at the sentencing in the light of the offense. And you are right, we really don't have access to the evidence presented against him. From what we gathered when this case happened, I think he actually beat Osinachi. I think they rushed her to the hospital, but she didn't make it. I think that was what happened. Simbi, is that not the case? When it happened, it's been 3 years now. It's quite a long time. I really can't remember everything that went down. But I don't know if you follow this. Simbi, are you still here? Oh, I think network has
Yes,
kicked
sir.
in.
I can hear you, sir. I can hear you.
Okay, do you remember this Osinachi case? How she passed exactly? I think they rushed her to the hospital and then she passed away at the hospital, right?
Okay.
Is that not
I
what happened?
I didn't get all that. I didn't get all that. I didn't
Okay,
get the whole taking her to the hospital. I didn't get that. So
all
I'm not
right,
sure
no
about that
problem.
one.
No problem. But Sister Marriott, I don't know if you can quickly help me explain this. If you want to hop in the studio to explain it, but you might be at work anyway. But you can explain it in the chat. As somebody with legal knowledge, this case against Osinashi's husband, yes, he's guilty. We all know that. But the judgment, the death by hanging judgment, I'm just looking at it from the angle that this cannot be classified as first degree murder, because I think first degree murder has to do with when you actually tie that person with the intent. You went there, you already planned it, it was premeditated and all that. But in the case of DV that end up in death, I think life imprisonment could have been a better judgment than um, death by hanging. So if you can help me clarify that, Sister Mario, that would be fantastic. Bingbe said that man is a madman. I know. When we talk about our beloved Osinachi, everybody they verse, so I get it. So Big Boy said that man is a madman and a proper sadist. If you listen to the children's statement, it was like a house of horror. He treated that woman with so much hate and disdain. I think I agree with that one. Shout out to you, Sister Adama. Shout out to you. All right, Sisi said, but no, it clearly says deliberation as well. Hmm. Look, all I can say to my fellow brother is this. I know for the past 1 week now, I've been doing shows back to back on how men should treat women. Please don't take it like, oh, Ben, you are trying to appease the women. I don't appease anybody. You know me, I be coconut head. But I'm just trying to speak to our brothers. Do not bring what is described as double jeopardy on your children. In the case of Osinachi, she's gone. The father, the man eye self in face, it be like an illiterate Igbo man we don't take for Opiweka market for Onitsha. In the case of this man now, for the past 3 years, he has not been in his children's life, and now finally he is to be on life by hanging. That is double jeopardy. So this is what we are saying, brothers. Do not lay hands on your wife. Many of you guys, I've said on some occasion here, some of you have bosses at work who are women. Your supervisor, your manager, they are women. When they are angry, maybe you are not delivering on your performance. Maybe they go through your performance evaluation and they see that you are in the ditches and they are mad. They talk to you anyhow. I don't see you guys slapping your boss. When you go out in public places and you offend some women, maybe you did some stupid thing and they curse you out, you don't slap them. Then why do you choose to turn your wife to boxing bag? Please, it never ends well. In fact, like one of my uncles said, the number of times you lay your hands on your wife, that is the amount of respect you are losing times 2. It is a thing of pride for a lot of women to say, my man has never laid hands on me before. Compare that to another woman that will now say, me, my husband, if I say something, my husband goes sound me. It's denigrating. There is nothing good about this. But anyway, as we begin to round up now, I'm going to come back to you guys again. The solution, I know we'll be preaching this solution, but there is this solution I want to speak about. I've always been of the opinion that if a man feels that he can't communicate with his wife, or both of them can't have constructive result leading conversation, they can't work together, everything ends up in argument, and the argument is getting closer to aggravating the man to the point that he wants to smack his wife. I've advocated that men should divorce. That's my stand. So, my sisters, is that a good recommendation? Should men also divorce their wives if they feel like they can't handle it? Sister Natu and Simbi, let's start with both of you first. Is that a good way to go? Should men divorce their wives if they
Brother,
feel the urge to beat her? Yes, ma'am.
I think divorce is always you seeing divorce is kind of like going extreme. I think sometimes couples, if there are issues like this in the way of couples, they need to be separated to see to take a breath. Do you understand what
Okay.
I'm saying?
Okay.
Because sometimes like emotions, like Ola will say all the time, emotions don't be your mate. Do you understand? So probably when you take that break, let me tell you a quick question. I have a family member that had an issue with his wife. The issue was really getting extreme, and there was a family meeting held, and they were encouraged to like take a break. The wife didn't even go um to her parents' house, but she went to one of his sister's place. Like she just needed a break. That guy couldn't handle 1 week. But he couldn't handle 1 week. After she left for a week, well, the family made her stay away for a month. But after she went for a week, he started begging because he now realized that he went extreme. Do you understand? That break is needed. Some people take breaks for 6 months. Some people a year. They reconcile and come back. Some people never come back. But if you need to take a break, you need to take a breather, please do. If you think that your partner is doing, you remember when Ola was talking to us one time, he said when his own got a little bit too much for him, because of the nature of the job he has, he took a job out of state.
Mm.
That's another move that you can make. Do you understand what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
saying that I have to stay, I don't have anywhere to go. And most times, people that you find them staying together is people that don't have a backup plan. Not, but when I mean backup plan, they don't have jobs, they don't have anything in their name, so they don't have anywhere to go. So they don't know anywhere to start from. And the more you stay, the more that person has no respect for you. The more that person feel you can't go anywhere, you can't do anything without them. The more they want to do more and more bad things to you. And that's what happened to Osinachi. In Osinachi's case, it wasn't that she didn't have anywhere to go because she was the breadwinner. But the issue in Osinachi's case was religion. And because the husband had that idea in his head that
Hey.
come again, she's a Christian, people will hire her. He has forgotten that people like Victoria are divorcees and they are
Mm.
still raking in millions. God is still using them. Broken crayons still color. Do you
Yes.
understand what I'm saying? So people just need to change that mentality. People are able to change that mentality. I think people will be separation does not mean divorce. Give yourself a break. Honestly
O-
speaking, if you think you're choking each other, get a break. So sometimes people go straight into divorce and they regret it.
Okay. But Sister Marriott is saying here that she love you. We all know. We all know that one. But she said, Sister Natu, the that the advice you are giving
Oh,
is
I
a
am
typical.
sitting down here eating my oha soup and collecting stray bullets. Wow. Aya.
I think I agree with Sister Marriott. Unfortunately, make I don't lie. I think I agree with her.
What do you
This is
mean? Like going
this,
for divorce straight up? Or
Sister
are you talking about in the case of Osinachi, the way it's going?
Sister Natu.
Sir.
Generally,
Mhm.
my take is
Mhm.
if a man has gotten to the point where slapping your wife, kicking her is the urge they are feeling,
Oh,
forget let
oh,
even if they separate, if they come back, the man will still do the same thing. That's why for me, I would say, look, just tell your
wait.
wife stop.
Oh, no, if you're already kicking your wife, if you're already beating your wife, that one is a different case entirely. I'm sorry. If you're
Okay.
already laying hands on her, oh, I'm very sorry. But
Yeah.
what I was driving, when you say that you feel the urge to do this, the urge to do that, do you understand what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
it's different than acting it. If that person is already like laying hands, question deal. Because that laying of hands one day might be to laying 6 feet.
That's what we
That's
are
just the
saying.
fact.
That's what I say because these things, like I said, there are three things involved here: anger, resentment, and revenge. When a man is feeling that I have to beat this woman, how dare you? I will slap your face today. I'm talking, you are not listening. I'm your husband. I will give you dirty slap. Once you are feeling like that, it simply means there is no marriage. Separation will not fix it because we have to be honest. There are some women too get coconut head. They won't back down. If they feel like they are right, the husband is wrong, which in most cases, the husband may be wrong too. But because of the society where we grew up, that they have already put it in our head that you are the husband, your wife must obey you. It has to be like, my own thing is, once you tell the woman that, okay, if we can't agree on things so we can have happiness in this house, and right now I am feeling like I have to beat the hell out of you every time, my thing is, go divorce. Yeah. Just go to court, apply for divorce. That will actually let the woman know the magnitude of where you are. That's just what I'm saying. So I kind of agree with Sister Marriott. This is what
Mr. Marriott, every church, Braben, most churches don't even advise. Churches that are very, very churchy, they don't even advise for separation. They will tell you that because to them, separation is divorce. But I will tell you for free, any church that advise couples to separate if it's getting toxic and to go and rethink it before they go into divorce, that church will also tell you to go and divorce if they need it. That's just from my own personal experience. But a lot of churches that are spirit coco, they will never advise you to separate. They're like, no, staying away from each other can give room for the devil to do this. The man might do this, might do that. I believe people should stay together and sort it out. But any church that advises you on separation will also advise on divorce. There's no headway.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Sister Natu. Luke, you want to say one or two things real quick? I see you in the studio. Say you never marry, and now people like you now with the advice pass, make una no go verse say, girl, listen to me. God say obey your husband, obey. Come, make I tap that your mouth where take obey. Are you there, Luke? Can you hear me, Luke? Are you there? I don't think Luke can hear me. Mr. Dio, what's your
Yeah,
on this?
I want to take it off from where my sister now. Oh, is that look coming up, or is that my voice?
Is your
I
voice?
think
It's not Luke.
okay.
I think Luke network don't scatter. So go ahead, sir.
Now I want to take it from where my sister stopped, where Stanatu just stopped. See, when it comes to church things, it is our people, it's some of our pastors that have turned the Bible upside down.
Mhm.
The Bible in the book of Proverbs says that it is better to live on the rooftop than to live with a nagging woman in the same house. Bible recognizes separation in a marriage. Any pastor that says that you cannot separate from your husband when marriage is getting toxic or getting out of hands, that
Mhm.
pastor is not a good pastor, and it's not speaking the mind of God. I say this one with my full chest. They are the one that has given Christianity a bad name. Marriage was instituted by God for companionship, for fruitfulness, for love, and for peace, not for violence. Any marriage that is violent is not ordained. In fact, Christ himself um is the chief commissioner of every marriage. So once there is no longer peace, once there is violence, Christ is no longer there. That means both parties can separate. Now, when we say separation in the first instance, it is not always beating that can cause problem in marriage. Let us get that one clear.
Yeah.
Misunderstanding can happen between husband and wife, that the husband is saying A and the wife is always saying B, and they can no longer contain each other. There is tension in the house. They can feel it. They are no longer talking. They are no longer relating as man and wife should. For such case, let them be separated for a while so that both of them can get their bearing. But anything, I normally joke with my wife, and then this like a normal joke in my family. It's only a madman that will beat his wife, because now it's because you and your wife, you are one.
Yeah.
If a man is walking on the road and just slapping himself, punching himself, that means you are mad.
Yeah.
Because if you and your wife, you are one and you are beating her, that means you are beating yourself. So that means you are just mad. So nobody wants to stay with a madman, or nobody wants to stay with a mad woman, as the case may be, because some women too do beat their husbands. Let's not shy away from. So, but that's not where we are going now. What I'm trying to say is that in any marriage, once violence is introduced, as a young boy, even while I was in my secondary school, I used to say this with my full chest. I never saw my mother and my father argued, talk lots of fighting. I'm sorry. I grew up with my mother and my father to a certain level until my father died. I never saw them argued over anything, talk lots of fight. Of course, they will be having their own arguments. So I made it a point of duty as a young boy that the day that I slap or touch my wife or my girlfriend. That is the end of that so-called relationship. And up to today, to the glory of God, I've never touched a girlfriend or talked of slapping or maybe beating. Talked of now. My wife is here with me. She's hearing me, and I've never even abused my wife to use foul language on her. I can't do that.
Mm-hmm.
So I wonder how some men can come up, not only abuse their wife, but raise their hands and start beating them.
Hey, slap
Come on.
her. Ow. Ah.
Sir,
Hey.
in my own church, my pastor said this with his full church, and I'm gonna share it with you, sir. He said that if he join you together as man and wife, and he realized that you as a man, you are a devil, he will divorce you by himself. It's not, I can get to the tip. My pastor says, and he preaches it every time. Because he says that, do you know why he says so? He said some criminals have come into the church, they will disguise as a child of God, marry a daughter of God. The moment they got her married, they now say, okay, oh, this is me, oh, and then they start manifesting. The day that my pastor got to know that day the marriage is over.
Yeah.
Because you cannot marry by deceit, only to show your character afterwards. But ironically, some stupid pastor, I'm saying all these things, I'm sorry, I'm a befoger. Some bad pastors, they will say, oh, no, marriage is forever. Stay in that marriage, because God does not like divorce. Now, are you telling me that God is the author of confusion? How will God allow his own daughter to marry a madman and say because he has married her, so she cannot leave? That's not God that we serve.
Yeah.
That's why I said they are misinterpreting the Bible. Marriage is between believers, a Christian and a Christian, not between a madman or a madwoman and a believer. It's not done. So we must put these things right. So any pastor that says that you must remain in the marriage, that means that pastor does not know his Bible, or if it is his own daughter that is being maltreated by somebody else and say that, oh, because marriage is forever, you should stay there. I bet you he will not take it. So to me, we have to use our senses, and then let us learn to read our Bible by ourselves, not based on what pastor says. Confirm it by yourself in the Bible. Don't let anybody deceive you. So from the onset, if a marriage is becoming toxic, I kept saying this, the moment you are feeling tension in your marriage, separate for a while. By the time you miss each other, it's possible that the man may realize, oh, what I'm doing is not really right. So I force this woman away. Okay. He may sober up, apologize, and come back. Same thing with the woman too. Because now, just before I go, I want to say this. Women should not use all their vexation to talk to a man. Women's mouth cuts like a blade. Yeah. Uncle Beno, you know what I'm talking about here.
We're going to do a show on that. Definitely this week go hot for all of us.
They don't know the implication of what they say to men sometimes. Some women have spoken to the man, and the man will go and hang himself. They will talk to the man with all the vexation in their heart, and that's hurts. In fact, it's better for the man to take blade and slice the man into pieces than for her to talk to the man in that manner. So women too should caution their mouth. This is not to give excuse to any man to raise his finger on a woman. No.
Yeah.
Man, you are not a man if you cannot control your emotions. You are not a man. A man should be able to control his emotions, control his own anger, and if the thing gets too much for you, take a step away. Nobody's stopping. Yeah. So please, be guided, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Dayo. In fact, I love it when you bring it 100. A man should learn to control his temper. This is where I recommend to married man that you must be drinking. There should be time where you quickly go take one shot or two. At times when women, they have this mood swing that they have, you don't even know. Many times, I don't hear and tire from older people. When you wake up, you don't know what your woman will present to you that day. Sometimes when you wake up, you don't know, maybe an angel just woke up by your side, or an angry woman just woke up by your side just because of hormone. So this is where I recommend to brother who say, bros, you need to take some shot. Anytime when the woman just go, she just go from 0 to 100. Just go your bar, or maybe you go outside, find one beer or one alcohol. Just take one or two shots. Forget about it. Look, what do you want to say to this, my brother, real quick? Because I'm rounding up now. Can you hear me, Luke?
Good evening, sir. Good evening, everybody.
Yeah, good evening. What would
I
you
can hear
say
you. Can
about?
you hear me?
Yes, I can. Go ahead.
Okay, okay. First of all, I want to say that this judgment was long time coming, and to me, it's a very good one. Uh, I love the judgment. You see,
Mm,
when you do something bad, even though, even if you cry to God for forgiveness, God will forgive you, but you still face the law. You face the consequence of what you did. This man killed somebody, so uh, he faced the law, and they are about to kill him. What really happened? We were asking earlier. I think this guy, the news carried it allegedly that she had throat cancer, uh, and she was rushed to the hospital, not knowing that uh, the husband hit her on the chest with his leg, and he was
okay.
the one that rushed her to the hospital at Emboyi State, where the doctor was treating her. But the man didn't tell the doctor that he hit her on the chest. The doctor was not treating what really happened. Was just treating random treatment. It was a twin sister that called that they called her twin sister and told her that your twin is in the hospital, your husband hit her on the chest too. Then she died after all. It's a very painful thing. It's not really easy, but I would say that even if God forgive you, to me, God might have forgiven this man, but he must face the law. Either killed by the sword or die by the sword. He must
Mm,
face the law. And secondly, women, according to Dio, Sadayo, women get mad well. Not be lie, women get mad. Uh, I used to sometimes I would just think I would I would just think what make Eve go talk to serpents.
Akọ́nẹ́mọ̀,
Because now mad now
ọmọ mi tí ń bọ̀ wá kò
women
ní
get
pẹ́
mad
dọ́dọ̀
very
yín
well.
torí òjò náà ni
It's not really
bóyá kẹ́ ẹ
easy.
bá
It's not really easy for you to stay with a woman that has mouth to if you have a very high temper. It's not really
Ah.
easy.
Mm.
Uh, there was a time let me just deep into experience. Can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead.
There was a time my dad and my mom were having some kind of issue, and my mom was shouting very well. I was in their middle. When I saw my dad, his eye was red. In my mind, I
Mm.
feel say this man won't do something. But my mom see the talk. I tell my mom, it's okay now, quiet your mouth. It's okay, quiet your mouth. My mom see the shout. My dad just left. When he left, he went outside. He came late when everybody had slept, but I was still awake. And I asked him, I said, Daddy, why did you not do anything? Mommy, they insult you like that. You not talk anything. He said, you're not gonna understand. When you don't marry, you understand. He said, nah, just now so marriage life be. Just respect her. She only she go come, God beg you later. It was the next day when they woke up. I saw my mom to my dad. I'm sorry, I'm sorry. I say Jesus. Now wow. So women, it's not women they have mouth, but as a man, you just have to control it. It's not really good for a man to slap to beat his wife. I don't support that.
All
As
right.
me, I have one temper. I have one temper. But now that God that will help me. Thank you, sir.
Don't worry, Luke. I will talk to you about how to contain your hot temper, and you will thank me later. I used to have hot temper too. You know, uh, in English they will say short tempered. He's a short tempered man. But I will talk to you. I'll give you some clue on how to control it. That is why my solution to many of these things has always been that look, once they begin push you, the best thing is just go divorce. Go. You see another better woman, or even stay safe. If you know see better woman, you stay. It's better than going to jail. Me, in my own life, I don't want wahala. Once you are pushing me, If I try to have conversation with you as a woman, you are not listening. You just the para, you are triggering me. Just forget. I'll just go work one day.
But we
From
know.
there, I'm not coming back. You just face your wahala all alone. So yes, look,
According to what Kanatu said earlier, most religious bodies, most churches, uh, if they agree to divorce, it will be okay. But most times, I've only experienced it because one time ago I was a PA to my pastor in my church. I was even following him. Some people came for divorce to him, but he gave them one statement. He said if they can bring everybody that was present in the wedding, then they can divorce them because they are all witnesses.
yeah.
That
Thank you, thank
was
you.
his statement. He said
Yeah.
if they can bring everybody that was present at the wedding that day,
Mm.
then they can divorce them. So it
Yeah.
just it just went on like that.
All those one are the same crazy Nigeria approach, which doesn't work. But anyway, thank you, Luke, for that. I have a limited time today. We're gonna have full show tomorrow. I have a lot of things to cover tomorrow. We're gonna cover. We talk about this DV situation, but tomorrow, basically, I want to focus on how to become high valued men. And it's not like the American version. I don't do all those high valued man, I got money. It's not being a high valued man, it's not about money. Being a high valued man is about what we are discussing right now. How do you treat your woman? That is one of the things that you can used to measure if you are a high valued man or not. How do you treat your partner? Do you even know your responsibilities in the house as a husband? So we're gonna dive into that tomorrow, and then we're still gonna talk about this temper thing because I see my sister Binkpe actually talk about, even sister Cherish say please talk to him, my uncle, and then Binkpe said you need to get to the root of your short temper and work on it. Yeah, we're gonna mention that tomorrow too because most of the men. Shout out to you, Bozy B. How are you doing? Thank you. He say that pastor is a wayu. So we have a very long show tomorrow. I'm gonna try as much as possible to split it as much as I can. Tomorrow, we're gonna start with this um how to be a responsible man content, which I will share with my fellow men your responsibilities because sometimes a lot of men got married, they don't even know their responsibilities before they get into the marriage. All they thought was, okay, let me just have money, find a beautiful woman, we get married and we start our journey. No. So tomorrow I will highlight all those things you have to be mindful of if you are married. And I'm going to talk about this how to manage your temper. Tomorrow I will mention it too. One of the easy thing you can do if you want to like overcome hot temper is to recognize your triggers. Is to recognize your triggers. Once you know your triggers, anytime it's coming from anybody, you automatically know that okay, it's coming. Let me chill and let it just pass. All right. Okay. For instance, in my own case, I like to tell people what they did wrong. If you wrong me, I'll tell you instantly, I don't really like this the way you do. No, 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 no. And I'm not gonna say it in a harsh voice or in a high pitched tone. I won't insult you or anything. But I'll just tell you now, if I tell you, and because I'm telling you in a soft manner, in a soft tone, you are not taking it seriously. You are still repeating that thing. Okay, now I know you are pressing my button. So what I resort to doing is that if I tell you one, two, or three times and you are proving stubborn, you continue, I will just remove myself from the equation. That is just it. And when I'm removing myself from the equation, I stop talking. Like people who really know me, they know that Ben go talk, or if this thing over, Ben go talk. But once I don't talk, it's dangerous because then I will resort to using other techniques. I will resort to doing something behind the scene that you won't even see it coming. So, but I think it's way better than slapping somebody or kicking somebody or something. Because if you have all temper to the point of slapping your wife, I be saying you go kill your children with that when they offend you now. And kids will piss you off every day. As sweet as they will get under your skin. So if you are already hyped up, every time you feel like this woman you talked about, pa, hey, I told you, cook my food, you know, cook and po. I be say your children go, you go almost murdered all of them be that for house. So we're gonna talk about that briefly tomorrow, and then I think I list all those things we have to discuss tomorrow. Yes, we're gonna talk about scam tomorrow too. There are these agba scammers that are taking over now. They are not even hiding it. So I will give you guys my own take on all those scams that is going on and what you should avoid. Well, the people I want to speak to tomorrow are the people who actually have money. The people who fall for scammers the most are those who have the money. The only reason you hear a lot of noise when people fall for scammer is when it affect poor people. Rich people, people will get more money, they will fall for scam, they go keep quiet. So we'll talk about that tomorrow. Then people are they are also going about Priscilla Ojo's husband. He won award at the Hidis, and they were like, oh, it's because of Yabo Ojo and Polo. That's why they give the guy the award. We'll talk about that tomorrow. But let us continue this series on killer husbands and how to become high valued men. That is the key. If you are a high valued man, you will know. Honestly speaking, the things that you are doing in the home, the things you are doing for your wife, things you are doing for your family, how you are carrying your woman, how you are protecting her, how you see her as a queen. Even you deep down, you will know that I'm a high valued man. It's not all about money. You need money to be a high valued man, but money alone cannot make you that high valued man. Okay. And one of the things that we give you a clue that you're a high valued man is when you tell your woman, hey, babe, I think I'll need you to help me do this thing, and she do it. You don't force her, you don't yell it at her, you don't control her, you don't mandate it. You guys just have conversation. Say, hey, babe, can you help me sort this thing out? And she willingly do it. Or when you are struggling, maybe you're struggling financially, or you are dealing with some things, and your wife step up to handle things for you. Just know that you are a high valued man already. Because women are not fool. They won't step up if you are a madman. Women will not step up if you are moving mad. So we're going to talk about how to become a high valued man tomorrow. I hope everybody can join me. Shout out to you, my sister Binkpe. Binkpe say, Uncle Beno, you are not talking about Shannon Sharp saga. Oh, I actually dropped something about Shannon Sharp on Trends Reality. You know, that is my American platform. I spoke about it. We can touch up on it tomorrow, but there is really nothing to talk about Shannon Sharp's situation. A 54 years old man messing with 19-year-old girl. Is that not madness? What is there to talk about? It's the same story all the time when it comes to American celebrities, and not just America, even all over the world. It's the same story. That's why when I see people who are hyping celebrity, who are following what they are saying, that I just be like, really? Do you know the shit this dude is doing behind closed door? Or that woman that you are seeing, you are saying, she's my role model. Can't you see her? Do you know the crap they are doing behind closed doors? So there's nothing to talk about in his case. He's just a foolish, old for nothing guy. And the people he brought to his shows, Monique warned him. What's his name? Cat Williams warned him. You know, these people know themselves. They told him, the way you are moving, bro, you better stop it. Now what happened? He bite him big time. What is there to talk about in his case? Well, maybe we can touch up on it tomorrow, but honestly speaking, I don't really say anything to talk about in his case. It's just a stupid rich dude. That's what it means. And when I did my analysis on trend analysis, I asked one simple question. Shannon Sharp himself, at his age, If his 19 years old granddaughter come to the house and say, hey, grandpa, my boyfriend is coming. He's coming to take me out. And then the boyfriend comes to his mansion. He opens the door. He turns out to be a 54 years old man coming for his granddaughter, his 19 years old granddaughter. What is he going to do? So, my dear, there's nothing to talk about these guys. Sometimes I just kind of like say, you know what? Let me just leave our Black American brothers case alone, because if you create a content and you put it out there because of them, people won't get the sense. They will just come and start attacking you and say, oh, you're hating on us, you're hating on us. And it's not about that. It's the same thing everywhere, even in Nigeria. When people are celebrating, what's this man, this senator, I don't know. God forgive me. I think I'm a sinner. Once I know just like somebody, I go just push inside my mind. I go just push their name, everything down. I don't go feel recall them. That one we married Regina Daniel. And people are celebrating it in Nigeria. Hey,
Prince
Ned.
Ned Rocco.
It's love. Love doesn't look at number. Age is nothing but a number. Bust you people. Like my uncle, Dr. Akpoki will say, bust you when you say age is nothing but a number. 60-something years old man going for a 21, 22 years old Regina. Love is nothing but a number. At least Regina don't marry now. He's taking her. Do you know how many times that Regina is crying to bed? That's called the crap, yo. Have you seen Regina Daniel in the club, at parties? Have you seen how she's trying to express herself? That is the vibe that her age want to give to young fellow like her, not the vibe you give to a 60-something years old man. I will call the crap. Like, I don't want verse, you know. I promise you guys, I'm gonna start speaking and behaving like
Uncle Ben.
I'm not gonna get angry. Well, Bingpe, no press my trigger. Now wait till look, just talk now. Now Bingpe don't do. Bingpe don't drop one now. You don't press my button. I don't begin to explain. When I see the way I get
calm down, sir. Do you need
I know they calm down again. I know they calm down again. I don't the para. I don't the verse. Bingpe don't press my button. Eh? I beg Bingpe, my lovely sister. I don't want to talk about Shano Sharp. And that waiting it do just diverse me. That is what we call hypocrisy. He's bringing people to his platform. These people are sharing with him what they are dealing with. They are talking the story of other people. And you are doing the same thing. And that guy lacks intelligence. He lacks social awareness. He lacks social intelligence. Stupid text message between you and 18 years old. Where do people not go see? You can't come public, they share and he feels it's okay. Golly. The guy is saying, oh, can you tie me up? I got handcuffed. And it is like, yeah, I'm going to shock you. I'm going to shock you. What do you shock you? I'm sorry if my black brothers are watching this. Y'all need to talk to yourself. There are some things you don't do. When you reach certain age, you don't do it. I've said it here on this platform before. I always recommend to men, once you are rich, you got the money, you got what it takes. If you are a real man, go for matured woman. Yeah. To me, it's challenging. Just a matured woman. 30, 35, 40 years old. You think those little girls, 19 years old, 20 years old, you think they are more decent than the grown women? It's a lie. Those 19, 20 years old, down, don't scatter. Maybe we talk, we go talk. You want women who take care of themselves, great hygiene. Women will be say, according to what the guys they talk, for what they go on right now, forget their age. When you reach playground self, you will be like, wow. Wow. But in his sick mind, in his psychotic mind, he's looking at 19 years old. Oh, she's fresh. She's fresh. I'm gonna be on her. Yeah. Okay. Bro, na rubber. Now, rubber. So please, I don't want to offend my Black American brothers and sisters. So anytime I can, I try to stay away from their issues. I'm sorry. Much respect to the honorable Black brothers and sisters out here. But you see, some of these people you call celebrities, I don't want to talk about their crap. Look at Kanye West. And that lady, I think he has left that one now. What they call sensory or sensory? I haven't forgotten the name. That one where they parade after he left Kim Kardashian. Do you see what Kanye was doing to that lady? Having her walking naked all over the place. And the guy too is so stupid. And people will bring it to social media, they will post it. Oh, Kanye West and sensory, they look beautiful together, walking naked with a black dude. A brother that's supposed to okay. Shout out to you.
Such an very cool.
Mr. Dio, we will see tomorrow, man, and no verse. You see, men, this is what we are telling you. Women know how to get under your skin. You see, my Binkpe now. My Binkpe don't play one fast one on me now. Boom. All my composure was thrown out of the window. Me, where they talk gentle scenes. Oh, when we talk about Osinachi, what can we do about this? Sisi na first one status. Now Sisi was first line to trigger me. I said, lie. Blood of Zachariah. I will not explode. I will be that calm, gentle Uncle Ben. That's why I don't even allow Simbi make Simbi talk, because Simbi goes scatter the whole ground. I'm like, no. I won't be triggered. I'm gonna be
I'm cool, boss.
Ben.
I'm cool, boss.
I was
Stress
trying
don't humble me.
But I'm off tomorrow, guys. We're gonna have a very long show tomorrow. Please, if you are free, join me. For all the brothers that are watching, please, women are very delicate beings. You have to be careful around women. Women are very, very good. They are smarter than us. I'm not saying this to appease women, but it's just what it is. When it comes to emotions and triggering people or something, women are way smarter than us. And just like Uncle Daya was saying, like, God bless Uncle Daya, man. Like Uncle Daya was saying earlier, women mouth cha. They get you some things when they go drop like this. You will go from 0 to 100. Women, they take words, the flog man. So be careful. Just they learn from me here. That's why I don't go to therapy. I go to therapy. I say, my therapy, please talk to me. I have a problem. He say, what's the problem? I say, I have a lot of beautiful sisters on my channel, but they know how to get under my skin. How can I manage it? So my therapy was like, oh, Ben, unfortunately, there is no solution to that. You just have to calm down. You have to chew nice. And CB is telling me to chew nice. You see, Simbi, this is part of the problem. Being pay where start the wala, you not even address being pay. I mean, you they tell say chill, boy, chill, boss, chill,
Uncle
boy.
Ben, because you're the man, and the man is supposed to be in control.
No,
So that
you talk to Sister Bingpe first. You say, okay, Mr. Bingpe, don't bring Sano Sharp. You know he's gonna trigger Uncle Ben. You talk to her, but you leave her. Now me, you they preach for. Even make I
But
release
she
one.
didn't say anything wrong.
I start my own DV from here.
Uncle Beno,
So just giving you
Uncle Beno,
Yes, sir.
the most painful part of it is that some women, when they are talking, they don't even know that their words are sharp. They don't even know it. They don't know it. Just me now. I don't see any reason in what Sister Bimpe said that, oh, come on, but it is the person to whom the words are said that feels the pain most. So it's always like that at home also. When you talk, they will not see, what have I said? But what they have said is better, it's like a razor blade cutting through your skin.
Women.
Women.
Yeah. That's why the third brotherhood say, when you see a woman where respect you, where no one talk to you anyhow, bros, carry that like hair go. Carry that, oh. Because now she they see your nakedness. That I'm a man. Say woman where don't see you from head to toe.
should be like, I've seen all of you. What's there? What's left?
Look,
I've seen all of you from your head.
That one has syphilis. We call it syphilis.
Now still finish. As a Yoruba man, you get one thing where we say if you are married to a Yoruba man, if you do that thing as a woman, that is like the fastest invitation for slap. What will be the grammar for is when woman just look at you? How do they call that in English? Is that not easing?
Hi.
Eh? Sign. No, that's not be sign. It's called hissing.
What
Well,
am I talking about?
in Yoruba land, if your woman won't begin drag you, once you they talk and your woman don't begin,
And you must just
Okay.
say sure. You must say sure.
Even till now, as I get patient reach, and they talk to you, you just say, what are you telling me? I don't get that for that. Oh. Not that is. My head go don't do bow because that is like you saying you are a nobody. Who are you? What nonsense are you saying? Brother, please learn, learn. Thank you, Sister Adama. Thank you, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow. God bless you. Sister Cherish Olivia. Sister Yvette. Sister Yvette. Now everyone's in the while. Now we they see you. But I say, I need to add you to Real Family so that you can know when we go live, Sister Yvette. Eh? All right. We're gonna be back tomorrow. Thank you very, very much. Please pray for Osinashi's children. Remember her in your prayer. Remember the children in your prayers. Please, brothers, domestic violence is not the answer. Use your words, okay? Be a high valued man. High valued men don't shout, they don't yell. There are ways you talk and the way you move that your woman will just say, make I behave this way. This man don't talk like this. So God bless you all, my sister. Join me tomorrow as we talk about high valued men. Okay. And we're also going to cover so many other things. But I need you, my sisters and brothers, to be here tomorrow so that when I highlight all the things that constitute a man's responsibility in marriage, you're gonna at least tell me yes or no if I'm right. And then when we do female version, what constitutes responsibility of women? Because I did the research and I was scared. The list was so long. But I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye bye, Mr. Dio. Bye, Simbi.
Bye. Good night, sir.
Yeah.
Bye bye, sir.
Bye, sir. Thank you very much. Bye, everybody. Real fam, thank you all. God bless you. Go about your day. I cover you all with the blood of Jesus, and I'll see you in the next one. Oh, the time for the show tomorrow, I will start by 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. That should be like 12 in New York. And so it will be like 6 o'clock in Nigeria. Thank you, everybody.